Be me. 25, fresh out of college, majored in environmental studies. Thought it'd make me outdoorsy by default, but really, I've only ever hiked when there's a cafe at the top. This weekend is supposed to be a fun retreat with our mixed friend group. 3 couples total. College sweethearts still glued together, 1 married pair in their late 20s, and me, with my boyfriend of just under a year. We all met through overlapping circles, class, work, random parties. Over time, it just meshed into this crew that does trips together. The girls bonded fast, made a group chat where we hype each other up about not letting the guys take over. Lot of jokes about proving it's brains not biceps this time. Right up is 2 cars. Married couple leading in the SUV. Rest of us crammed in a sedan behind them. Dollar store camping kits in the back seat, still with the tags hanging off. GoPro suction to the dash. Red light blinking, catching every stupid laugh. Girls are buzzing, talking over each other. Me. Men act like cavemen just because they can rub sticks. Friend in the passenger seat. Exactly. It's not about strength, it's about patience and brains. We all laugh. Voices loud in the car, confidence feeding on itself. I poke my boyfriend's arm. If I build the fire, you admit women do it better? He just smiles faintly, eyes on the road, doesn't bite back. That silence stings more than if he argued. Group chat still pinging as we drive through the hills. Crush it, girls. Don't let the guys steal the spotlight. Survival is patriarchy coded. Go humble them. I tilt my phone so everyone in the back can see, and it's like instant fuel, cheers and clapping like we just scored a point. Boys up front, just exchange one of those glances. That knowing look like, we've seen this movie before. Truth is, I've never even lit more than a candle without a lighter, and I'm guessing my boyfriend actually has more practice than I do. But in front of my friends? In front of him? Admitting that would feel like folding before the first round. So we keep talking, louder, stacking bravado on bravado, while the guys stay quiet, like they already know how it ends. Pull up to the retreat grounds. Was low-key, expecting cabins, maybe string lights, like a glamping spot. Instead, it looks like someone's backyard project. Plywood shacks, crooked outhouses, splintered picnic tables. No paved paths, just uneven dirt trails with weeds poking through. Girls side-eye each other immediately, like did we sign up for an actual camp or a construction site? Guys though? They're grinning, stretching, like kids let loose at recess. One says, "This is perfect." Retreat guide steps out, clipboard under his arm, fleece jacket zipped up. His voice carries like he's done this speech 100 times. You'll be here for 3 days, split into teams. Every day has survival challenges, shelter building, fire starting, food prep, basic navigation. We laugh like it's a game show, but he doesn't smile. Adds, you'll use what's provided. No extras. Each challenge has a time limit. Some you'll pass, some you'll fail. The mood dips for a second. I'll split you guys into teams or you can... Before he finishes, we jump in. We'll be a team, girls versus guys. Let's make it fair. Guide raises an eyebrow, scribbles on his sheet. If that's how you want it. The guys just glance at each other, half smile, don't object. One of our girlies asks, wait, like, how cold does it get at night? Guide. High 30s, maybe lower. You'll manage if you prepare. Another girl blurts. There are bathrooms, right? Guide. Outhouses. Water pump out back. No showers. Collective groan from our side, muffled chuckles from theirs. I try to salvage it, say, it's fine, it'll toughen us up. But already, my stomach's tight. Unloading the cars is a scene. Coolers thudding to the ground, tent bags sliding in the dirt. Guys shoulder 2 loads each, moving fast. We drag our sleeping bags, joke about taking the mental load. Nobody laughs but us. We split the tents. Girls in one, all sleeping bags crammed together, zipped up against the cold. Guys in another, closer to the fire pit, already moving quieter than us. Night drops fast, darker than anything back home. Lantern barely pushes the black back a few feet. In our tent, we whisper at every twig snap. That was footsteps. Shh. No, seriously, that was footsteps. One girl finally panics, unzips the flap, and calls to her boyfriend. Can you just sit outside for a bit? Please? He sighs, pulls on his boots, flashlight in hand. Ends up sitting there the whole night, beam cutting across the tree trunks, steady and calm. Inside, we keep huddling, clutching each other, jumping at every rustle. We laugh nervously, try to brush it off, but no one really sleeps. Morning comes sharp and cold, Place looks even rougher in daylight. Outhouse doors hanging crooked, water pump dripping rust, picnic tables warped and splintered. Guys already up, boiling water on the camp stove, moving like they've done this before. I stumble out wrapped in a blanket, mutter, "Congrats, you're basically housewives now." They don't bite, just hand me burnt instant coffee in a styrofoam cup. Bitter, watery, but it warms my hands. Girls regroup at the table, talking loud about strategy. We'll crush them in challenges, no excuses. Meanwhile, the guys quietly stack gear, tie knots, check packs, never once interrupt us. The silence feels heavier than the woods. Day drags on slower than we thought. Sun bright, but air sharp. Cold sticks to your fingers. Guide takes us through warm-up activities, team-based stuff, knot tying demos, scavenger hunt for dry tinder. Guys watch, absorb, don't say much. We chatter non-stop, making jokes, narrating everything like we're on a reality show. One girl brags, "I took outdoor education as an elective in college." I know the theory. Guys just nod, no reaction. Their quiet feels like they're holding back laughter, but maybe that's just me. Later that afternoon, we try our hand at navigation practice. Compass in my palm feels flimsy, I spin it the wrong way. First try. Friend corrects me quick, we all laugh it off. One of the guys tests his compass silently, lines it up, pockets it. Guide gives a quick nav drill before dinner. Find the orange flag by sunset, return with the tag. We march off confidently toward the pink sky because west equals sunset equals efficient. Argue for 5 minutes about whether moss means north or moist. Pick moist, obviously, and keep going the wrong way. Come back late and empty-handed, out of breath, acting like it was a vibes walk. Guys are already back, sipping hot water from the pot like it's tea. One of them raises the cup. Navigation complete. We laugh too loud, pretend we weren't competing. They don't gloat, but it feels like a score was made anyway. As daylight fades, the cold creeps in hard, breath fogging up as we circle around the campsite, bundled in hoodies and borrowed blankets. Guide stands at the fire pit, clipboard out again, his voice steady. Tonight's challenge is fire. Build it from scratch. You'll be given tinder, kindling, and matches. Nothing else. Rule sheet says it must burn steady for at least 30 minutes. Our group freezes for half a second. Before the silence sticks, we jump in together. We've got this. Girls will handle fire. I point to my boyfriend with a grin. When I get this lit, you'll admit women do it better. Friend chimes in. Exactly. It's not about biceps, it's about brains. We bump shoulders, already claiming the win. Guys just glance at each other, one of them warning quiet. Don't underestimate the cold. We wave him off, too busy leaning into the moment. Guide sets down tinder, kindling, damp-looking logs, clipboard rule sheet clipped tight. Must burn steady for 30 minutes. We crouch over the pit like we're about to prove history wrong. Guys hang back, arms crossed, sipping the last of the thermos. First match flares, dies instantly. Second fizzles, smoke choking us. Soon the dirt is littered with spent sticks, sulfur smell clinging to our fingers. One girl groans. Ugh, it's muddy. Another swats at a beetle crawling on the wood. Why is everything here alive? We laugh too loud, but it's hollow. Wind shifts and shoves smoke straight into our faces. Eyes watering, coughs turning the pit into chaos. Damp logs hiss like soda, every flame crawling sideways then dying. Cold sneaks under our sleeves, numbs our fingers so the matches slip. His earlier warning, don't underestimate the cold, starts sounding less smug and more obvious. Pile of tinder shrinks, damp twigs hiss, sparks flash, then vanish. Our encouragement gets sharper, desperate. It's not muscle, it's patience. Just keep going. Guys only gatekeep this stuff anyway. But the camera sees the truth. Flushed faces, stiff fingers, blankets slipping as we shiver. Behind us, the guys stand silent, breath fogging, arms folded, their stillness heavier than any words. I sneak a glance back, catch my boyfriend's eyes. Calm, pitying. Snap my head away fast, strike another match like it proves something. Finally, one girl mutters low, crouched close so only we hear, "Screw this. I'm not freezing all night." She digs into her backpack, shielding herself with her body. Palms a cheap pink lighter, plastic scuffed from use. Flicks it quick under the tinder while the guys aren't looking. Tiny flame catches, hissing up through the pile. We fan it fast, coughing in the smoke, grinning anyway as fire crackles to life. I lean back, triumphant, point at my boyfriend. Told you. Equal means equal. Admit it, guys. Clap slow, polite, faces unreadable. The pit's still smoking from where the lighter popped. Plastic smell clinging to the air, blue flame gone, only soggy wood hissing. One of the guys crouches down, pokes the ashes with a stick, looks at us flatly. Didn't know Bic made survival gear. The guys chuckle low, passing the line around like an inside joke. Another adds, hope you packed extra lighters for shelter building. Their laughter light, not cruel, almost worse, because they don't even take us seriously enough to be angry. Before the silence gets unbearable, the guide walks back over, clipboard in hand. He eyes the pit, still faintly smoking, nods like it's a job done. All right, fire challenge. Pass scribbles a checkmark without hesitation. My stomach knots, if only he knew. But the GoPro blinks red in the background, recording everything. Guide claps his hands once, brisk. Next up, cooking challenge. Dinner time anyway. He drops a box of supplies on the picnic table. Rice, beans, carrots, ramen packets, random spice sachets. Girls laugh, relieved. Oh, this one's easy. We know how to cook. Guys smirk, but say nothing, already unrolling knives and pans. Our side is chaos from the start. Someone dumps half the rice into the pot without rinsing. Another pokes the beans with a stick like they're radioactive. Oh, it's slimy. Does it smell weird? A beetle scuttles across the board and we shriek like it's a bear attack. Camera catches every squeal, every nervous laugh. Guys across the way? Chopping carrots neat, boiling water calm, moving like clockwork. Steam rising from their pot smells almost good. Ours? Rice burning to the bottom, ramen clumping into grey paste, bean juice bubbling like swamp water. Guide swings by, eyebrow raised. How's it going over here? We force a laugh. We're improvising. Women are creative. One of the guys smirks, deadpan. Thought girls were supposed to be good at cooking. Their side bursts out laughing. Not cruel, just amused. We snap back. Sexist much? Right as our spoon snaps in half, stirring the rice brick. Time gets called. Both teams plate up. Guys ladle out a steaming noodle stew with carrots and wild herbs they foraged earlier. Ours slumps into tin bowls like something scraped off a cafeteria tray. Guide tastes theirs first. Nods, scribbles, balanced, seasoned, edible. They fist bump quietly, calm smiles. Then he tries ours. Spoon clanks, rice brick splitting with a crunch, beans sliding out in a grey mush. He chews once, twice, swallows hard, then writes on the clipboard without a word. Guys lean back, grinning, joking among themselves. Maybe they were saving the lighter for dessert. Hope the outhouse can handle their cooking. Their laughter rolling, floating over the crackle of the fire, still smoking behind us. We glare across the table, cheeks hot, pretending our ruined pot didn't just out us harder than the lighter did. Morning hits sharp, colder than expected. Everyone gathered around the picnic table, styrofoam cups of burnt coffee steaming, oatmeal half mixed in bowls. Nobody talks much at first, clothes still damp from last night, smoke clinging to our hair. Guide sits at the head of the table, clipboard on his knee. Clears his throat. Yesterday's fire challenge marked as passed. Today, we move on to shelter building his tone flat, procedural, like nothing's wrong. The relief is thin but immediate. We've dodged the bullet for now. Guys, though, they're grinning into their cups, trading low jokes. One mutters just loud enough for the camera to catch. Strongest spark of the night was the lighter. Another snorts into his oatmeal. Honestly, should have graded them on creativity. We glare, roll our eyes, but it doesn't erase the truth we're both hiding and hearing at the same time. Guide snaps his clipboard shut. Voice final. Day 3 challenge is shelter building. Teams will be scored separately. Guys nod, steady, already looking toward the next task. We huddle closer, pride burning hotter than the weak sun. None of us want to admit it, but the trust we had with them feels cracked all the way through. Guide announces the next challenge at breakfast, taps the clipboard. Shelter building. Must withstand rain test. 2 hours. Girls nod quick, already clapping, trying to shake off last night's shame. Guys just gather their tools, no words, calm as always. We pick a spot near the trees, start arguing immediately. We should copy what they're doing. No, that's pathetic. We need to prove we can do it ourselves. You're making us look weak. At least I'm trying, you're just standing there complaining. Voices rising, overlapping, every knot tied wrong, every tarp corner slipping loose. Meanwhile, across camp, guys move like clockwork, chopping straight branches, lashing beams tight, stacking leaves for insulation. Their lean-to starts looking sturdy in less than an hour. Ours? Lopsided frame, tarp sagging, rope slipping in wet grass. Rain starts drizzling just as time's almost up. Drops patter on the tarp, cold water running straight through the gaps. Within minutes, our shelter collapses, dumping us into the mud. Blankets soaked, hair plastered to our faces, shivering. From under their roof, guys stay dry, steady, silent. We shuffle toward them, dripping, forced to duck under their shelter, just to stop shaking. Guide checks both shelters, clipboard scratching. Men's team, 30 out of 30. Women's team, 10 out of 30. Structure not viable. The words land heavier than the rain. We stand there drenched, mascara smudged, shoes squishing, while the camera mic picks up our bickering. You just wanted to look good in front of him. At least I tried something. You did nothing. Guys don't laugh, don't gloat. They just sit under their dry roof, one of them saying quietly, "Survival doesn't care about feelings. It cares about results." Silence after that feels louder than our arguing ever was. That evening, the retreat hosts call for a review circle. Everyone dragged into the common area, portable projector set up against a log. Folding chairs, creaking under shifting weight, fire crackling at the center. Guide sets his clipboard down, calm voice. Each team will present their process. Then we'll review footage. Guys go first. They stand steady, walk through step by step, how to stack tinder, how to tie knots, why insulation matters. It's almost boring in its calm competence. No raised voices, no wasted words, just steady demonstration. Audience nodding, guide making small marks on his sheet. Then it's our turn. We laugh nervously, trying to sound casual. We had some struggles, but we pushed through. One girl adds quick, "That's what survival's about, right?" Pushing through? Guide tilts his head, presses, "Did you use any burned items?" We exchange frantic glances, too fast, too obvious. Before we can answer, he nods to the screen. GoPro footage flickers into view, blown up larger than we ever imagined. There we are in grainy night vision, crouched around the pit. Smoke billowing, laughter thin, and clear as day, the flick of the pink lighter, flame catching instantly while we shield it with our hands. The sound of the click echoes across the clearing, louder than it ever felt in the moment. Gasps ripple through the group. Silence after, crushing. My boyfriend buries his face in his hands. Another mutters, low, but caught by the mic. "Unbelievable." We stammer, scramble for excuses. We were freezing. It was about survival, not rules. Rules don't matter if you're dying. Our words piling over each other, desperation dripping from every syllable. But the projector keeps looping the frame, lighter sparking, our hands shielding it. No argument can erase it. Guide finally speaks, voice flat. Violation confirmed. Fire challenge void. Score, 0. He scribbles it on the sheet, pins it to the board for everyone to see. Men sit back down, no smiles, no gloating. Just silence and the steady crackle of the fire they built. Our pride collapses in public, caught on screen forever. Last night at camp, everyone gathered around the big fire. Portable projector packed away, tripod camera still rolling. Guide standing with his clipboard like it's an awards ceremony. Smoke rising, cold air biting. Everyone waiting for the final scores. Guide clears his throat. Total results. Men's team, fire, pass. Shelter, 30 out of 30. Navigation, complete. Food prep, complete. Women's team, fire, disqualified. Shelter, 10 out of 30. Navigation, incomplete. Food prep, burned. He looks up, deadpan. Overall winners. Men's team. Guys lean back in their chairs, grins spreading slow, hands raised like it's a championship. One even claps mockingly for us. Strong effort, ladies. Laughter bubbling between them. Easy, unforced. We glare, teeth clenched, huddled tighter in our blankets. One girl snaps, "You only won because you've practiced this your whole lives." Another fires back quick. "And we were freezing. We had to improvise." Our protests shrill against their laughter. One of the guys cracks, "Fastest fire in history. Thanks you, Bick." The whole circle chuckles, rolling, drowning us out. Guide doesn't even smile, just scribbles "Final winner, men" across the clipboard. Pins it to the corkboard like it's law. We sit there stewing, smoke in our hair, ash on our hands, no real comeback. Later that night, fire burned low, everyone mellow from exhaustion. Guys passing around the last thermos of cocoa, laughing easy, swapping old college stories. We sit across from them, still bundled in blankets, pride stinging worse than the cold. One boyfriend tries to soften it. Hey, don't be sore losers. It was just challenges. No big deal. We pounce instantly. Exactly. We were just unlucky. Our wood was wetter. If the lighter hadn't exploded, we would have crushed it. Excuses tumbling over each other, louder with every sentence, rewriting what everyone saw. Guys just grin into their cups, not even arguing back. One shakes his head, chuckling. Yeah, sure. Just bad luck? Another adds, teasing. Guess the scoreboard was unlucky too. Their laughter rolls soft, steady, not even mean, just sure of itself. I just stare, see them relaxed, leaning back in the firelight, warmth on their faces, us bristling, voices sharp, piling excuses. Our last words on the trip, not victory speeches, just brittle defenses cracking under the sound of their calm laughter and the steady crackle of their fire.